So, Justin Savakis of Anime News Network wrote a response post to my Crunchyroll stop video series, I guess, pointing out some issues that he has with the write-up. The most important of which is as follows, which he says that while Crunchyroll titles do pay back-end royalties based on how many people watch, the vast majority of the money they or any other overseas distributor contributes to the production is in the advance payments for the rights, also known as a minimum guarantee. These can run from $30,000 up to $200,000 per episode. Crunchyroll then builds in additional payments based on viewership on top of that. Since production costs generally hover around $275,000 per episode, this has the potential to outright pay for an entire production. So, maybe Crunchyroll is a lot more helpful than I thought. Now, I did say in the video that he cites, which was the follow-up video to the original Dear Crunchyroll Stop, that they probably pay a licensing fee up front that would cover some of it, and I was trying to say that if it's a really obscure show, the licensing fees would probably be less. But, I mean, that is conjecture. I don't actually know that for a fact. I kind of trust Justin Savakis because half of all the shit I know about anime came from this guy. Buried Treasure is why I know about obscure anime. I've read all of it. Incidentally, let's talk about the real subject of this video. Why isn't the old guard of anime fans on YouTube? I know there's going to be a number of older anime fans who have never heard of me, who are seeing me for the first time, so let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Digibro. I've been an anime fan since 2001. I've been a part of the online anime fandom since 2003. I got into anime via the combination of Adult Swim starting as well as the first issue of Anime Invasion magazine, which I then read most of that magazine as it was going. I collect back issues of old 90s magazines like Animerica and Protoculture Addicts. I love to go to conventions and I seek out panels by guys like Daryl Surratt, Charles Dunbar. I love reading articles by Justin Savakis. I know who all you guys are, is basically what I'm trying to say. I know about the old guard, and I will admit I don't follow much of what they do these days because of the fact that none of them are on fucking YouTube. Everyone's on YouTube now. Nobody reads text posts. And when I say nobody, obviously I don't mean literally nobody. Somebody's reading you guys' stuff. That's how you're getting paid to continue doing it. But the amount of audience that is on YouTube just utterly dwarfs what you can find on Anime News Network writing articles like the Answer Man column. Why isn't Answer Man a vlog series? You could do these videos in like 20 minutes and it would be so easy. And I'm not accusing Justin Savakis in particular. He's not even the first writer for Answer Man. I'm asking Anime News Network, why haven't you guys made this into a video segment? Why haven't these people who talk about all this old stuff come to bring it to the new fans? Because you have to understand that these days there are way more new young fans coming into anime than ever before. And most of them don't know about you guys. They don't know about the old paradigms. They don't know the old websites. And those people are coming to guys like me. I'm 27. I moved out of my mom's house less than 2 years ago. Of course I don't know shit about the anime industry. I've never worked within it. I'm just a guy who makes YouTube videos about anime. I'm just a fan. I know everything I know from you guys, not from the industry. You guys who happen to have worked within it and shared your knowledge. And frankly, most of y'all motherfuckers don't cite sources at all anyway, so it makes my job just as hard. But that's for another time. Look, I am a gonzo journalist. That's all I've ever claimed to be. If anyone doesn't understand what that means, if you've never read any Hunter Thompson, he was often described as the most truthful, least factual reporter. I'm not interested in presenting facts. I'm an entertainer. I do this for my own self-satisfaction and because I want more people to know more shit about anime. Now, Justin Savakis has written so much about old anime that it's why I know about it, but like my video, The Great Anime Director Who Time Forgot, on Mori Masaki, I extensively used Buried Treasure articles to help me with the research for that project, and that video has more views than any individual Buried Treasure column would ever have. Now, that was a high-effort project. That wasn't just like me throwing something together in a weekend or anything, but I'm just saying that if you come here, you can teach young people about these older anime. You can make them care. My audience is young. That video doesn't have that many views because people give a shit about Mori Masaki. I deliberately hid his name. I called it The Great Anime Director Who Time Forgot, and I put a shocking thumbnail on it because that's how you reach the kids. And you have to understand, clickbait is a part of the medium of YouTube. You can't just run away from it. You can't try to be noble about it because the millennial generation is a nihilistic, absurdist nightmare. We don't find inherent meaning in the world or in morality. You have to just approach us on our own terms and drag us kicking and screaming to the point. That's how my entire career has been. But you also need to recognize that I have more influence on the minds in this community than any of you do, and I don't deserve it necessarily. Neither do the people who are even more influential than me. The Anime Man is the biggest voice in anime in the English-speaking world. The biggest. If you don't think he or I know enough, contact us. Get in touch. No one backs me. I'm just an independent guy. I don't work for any company. I don't work for anything. The reason I got on YouTube is because I couldn't get a job writing for ANN. I applied, and Zach made fun of me. He's apologized since then. But, you know, it's like, we're part of the same world. We're all part of the same shit. We all run into each other in the same places. We're all watching the same shows. The anime community is minuscule. And yes, it is growing because of the fact that there's these big, broadly appealing shows on sites like Crunchyroll that are drawing in more people. But, like, those kids, if you want to get them interested in the deeper shit, you just gotta reach out to them. And you can't do that on a text blog. You just fucking can't. Even people like me who grew up writing and reading text blogs abandoned it. Because I wrote an anime blog for 5 years to an audience of maybe 100 people at the height. And then I got on YouTube, and now it's been my full-time career based on fan donations for 5 years. It's not hard. I just put out a video every day in the month of August. Some of those videos took a lot of time and research and care. Some of them I threw together in 2 hours. Dear Crunchyroll, stop. The only reason that video even exists is that it was like 9:30. I had 2.5 hours till midnight when my video had to be out because I made a bet that I can make a video every day. You know, the video I was working on didn't come together. I asked my fiance, what should I make a video about? She was pissed off about the High Guardian Spice thing, so she was like, why don't you make a video about that? And I said, I'll just use that as an excuse. You know, I'll use that show, because it's relevant, as the clickbait to draw people to a broader point about Crunchyroll. That video got almost 1 million views in the span of like a week. That's not normal for me. That is an incredible number of views. You know, I don't regularly pull that, but the point being that I can reach that many people just by virtue of being on YouTube. My channel's not even in good health at the time that that video came out. I've been trying to recover my channel for a long time in terms of YouTube's algorithms and stuff, and that's all stuff you don't need to worry about for now. My point is simply that the way I make my videos is, once upon a time, 6 years ago, I pirated Sony Vegas, the easiest program to use in the entire world. You throw files into it, and and you're done. If you own a smartphone, you can vlog. You have an inward-facing camera on your phone, click the play button, and talk into it. If you want to edit anime footage on top, download some trailers off of YouTube, throw them in the background. It's literally the easiest fucking thing in the world. You just gotta look at what other people are doing on YouTube, and then just do it. You don't even need a microphone if you have a good enough phone. Like, if you have a decent phone camera, like, it's not about the equipment. It's not about... Nobody really cares about your production value. They care about what are you talking about. They care about the subject matter. They care about the title and the thumbnail. And that's literally all it takes to get views, is the title and thumbnail. And if you doubt that, just trust that I've been researching this, and mostly this, for the last 5 years, and that it is my career. Again, I am not backed by anybody. Anime News Network could stand to pay one of you guys to do this job and reap in huge benefit from it. Or you could open a Patreon and do this as your side job if you just are passionate about informing fans. But what I see from the old guard of anime fans is this strange rejection of it. It's like they think that the anime YouTubers don't give a shit, or that they're all like just after money or that they're backed by something. I don't even know. I don't know what you guys think we're about, but the whole point of YouTube is that it's just a place where anybody can do whatever the fuck they want and try to find an audience for it. And for me, I want to be in contact with all these older people because they know things that I could use. Like, these people have the information I want, and granted, I am a very busy person because I keep myself making shit all the time. I make stuff faster than I think about the stuff I'm making. I'm also socially inept, so I'm not going out reaching out to people. I kind of expect that older people can take care of that for me. Like, you know, I'm just a baby. It's you guys' job to do the talking. But when I see stuff like Mike Toole, very long time anime guru, who once upon a time, he saw my great anime director who time forgot video back towards the start of the year, and just basically explained just like, I don't get it. I don't get why. I don't get the editing. I don't get why this had to be a YouTube video in this style. The reason why it had to be that is because it has 200,000 views on a video about Mori fucking Masaki. None of his movies have been seen by that many people in the West. You understand? That's why. And that's what my goal was with that video. Mike Toole blocked me on Twitter after my Dear Crunchyroll Stop video and is claiming that I'm running a harassment campaign. Against what? Crunchyroll? Am I leading a harassment campaign against Crunchyroll? What the hell are you talking about? And then I tried to ask him what the hell he was talking about, and he blocked my personal account too. Whatever. So I also want to address this article in a little more depth, the Justin Savakis one, because while I appreciate the knowledge he brings to the table, I would encourage him to go watch my video, Dreams of a Better Anime Industry, which is the follow-up where I really disambiguated what exactly I mean. I talk about how I don't actually like Patreon. I don't think it's a good platform necessarily to go forward with. It's more that I use it as a metaphor for where I think we need to go into this crowdfunding future. I think that there's a lack of understanding amongst the older guard who think that people want a product and nobody cares about products anymore. Like, for this generation, products are free. Products grow on trees. We want narrative, we want involvement, and we want community. That's what young people want. That's why everyone gravitates towards Discord groups. If you don't understand Discord, you're too old to understand how to connect with the new kids who are getting into anime. If you don't understand YouTube, you literally are not going to be able to connect with this younger generation. So I just want to tell you guys to step up your fucking game and either make yourself a YouTube channel, get into better contact with YouTubers, talk to ANN about striking up something, you know, that they can do, or whoever, because, or just get more fucking, you guys, half of you do convention panels and you don't even post them online. I don't understand that. I don't understand why you wouldn't just record your convention panel. You can get hundreds of thousands of views on a convention panel just by posting it on YouTube. People will go back and source it forever. People who won't be able to go to that convention, which is most people. Anyway, and they're not going to stop you. I recorded all mine. It's good publicity for the convention. Like, I usually bring, I filmed it on this camera. It's a Sony X100. This thing cost me, what, $600? And this is like the premier vlogging camera. I filmed convention panels on this that have tens of thousands of views. And they're just Q&As with me. Like, get on it, is all I'm saying. And hit me up. Like, Justin, this post could have been a comment on the video. You could have commented this on my Dear Crunchyroll Stop video, the important part, and I could have pinned that comment. I can do that. I can pin an interesting or important comment to the top that I think helps with my point or helps to flesh it out, and then I could have responded and we could have had a conversation there. And I mean, we still can have a conversation on this grander stage of the entirety of the internet, but we could also just talk on Twitter. I'm easy to reach. Anyway, I just want to see a more integrated fandom and less stratification between the younger and older fans, because my audience has no idea who you are, but I do, and I want them to know.